In South Africa, where citizens continue to experience an outbreak of diseases that could be prevented through vaccines, despite what the health ministry called a strong childhood vaccination program. As a result, the country's national health ministry will introduce a new vaccine at a cost of billions of rands. However, a health expert has raised concerns about the country's initiated vaccination program, and here's more details of that in this report.
In recent months, there have been outbreaks in South Africa of vaccine-preventable diseases, including measles and mumps. The National Institute of Communicable Diseases reports that a measles outbreak, which began in 2022, saw a total of 1,106 confirmed measles cases across 8 provinces. According to the World Health Organization, over the past year, Africa has been experiencing a surge in outbreaks in vaccine-preventable diseases. The organization assessed that about 17,500 cases of measles were recorded in the African region between January and March 2022, marking a 400% increase compared with the same period in 2021.
We have a strong childhood vaccination program. And around about 85% of children receive all their vaccinations, their primary vaccinations, before 1 year of age. But that does mean that 15% of children are unimmunized or under-immunized. So those children do continue to be at risk of diseases even when we are offering the vaccines. So a good example of that is measles vaccine. We know that to prevent measles outbreaks, we need to be vaccinating at least 90% to 95% of our children. So we're not quite reaching that target, and as a result, we do have children who remain vulnerable to measles.
At least one health specialist here says the government vaccination program doesn't quite cover the country as evenly as it sets out to do.
We've got a good program in terms of we've got the right vaccines, we've got the right policies, but the implementation of the vaccination program is very patchy. And so you'll find in many rural areas that children are not vaccinated. You'll find that health workers are afraid to vaccinate because the vials have 10 doses and they can only find 2 children to vaccinate.
The government has now set aside billions of rands to improve coverage of existing vaccines and add new vaccines to the expanded program on immunization schedule.
From next year, we will be switching from plain measles vaccine to measles and rubella vaccine. And that means that children will be protected against rubella. Just a little bit about rubella. Rubella is a relatively mild illness. The problem is if a woman who is pregnant develops rubella, that can have very serious effects on the baby when it's born. So we really want every woman, by the time she becomes pregnant, to have been protected from rubella.
This will be implemented with effect from January 2024. Yahya Jammeh for CGTN in Johannesburg, South Africa.